And Beverly Dawson is an activist and a writer, and she was a nurse.
Whoa.
And actually, I'm going to call her out a little bit. She is actually going to Baylor University tomorrow to see if she can go through a procedure that will make her illness not, it doesn't have quite the death sentence that it does now. She's been given about a year to live. And so I'm going to turn the microphone over to her and let her tell her story.
I feel so honored to have the opportunity to speak with you today. I'm asking each and every one of you to listen to my story and share it with your neighbors, your friends, and your local and state politicians. Please remember, if our voices didn't have power, they wouldn't work so hard to try and silence us. I have been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease that has progressed to the point where I now need an organ transplant. 16 hospitalizations in the last 6 months. A year ago, I was healthy. I enjoyed hiking 7 to 8 miles per day. This morning, I had to muster up the mental strength to get out of bed, care for my family, and come speak to all of you. I say mental strength because physically, my body just wanted and probably needed to stay in bed today. I have been employed full-time since I was 17. Through my senior year of high school, through having my child, through my divorce, through my battles with depression and anxiety, I have always worked. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps. I put myself through college, not once, but twice. I am a respiratory therapist and a registered nurse. I have cared for hundreds of patients from all walks of life with all different diseases.
Thank you! Thank you!
Now, because of my disease, I am unemployable in my field. I have no easy access to health care. My options for insurance are extremely limited and difficult to obtain. However, I am one of the lucky and one of the privileged. My spouse is a U.S. Navy veteran, and I am lucky enough to be able to be on his government-funded health care plan. But what if I wasn't married to him? What if I hadn't worked my whole life? What if I was unemployed and uninsured? What then? I certainly wouldn't be on the UNOS list for an organ transplant. I would not be able to afford the 15 medications that I need every single day. I wouldn't be able to drive to Denver and see the team of specialists that I have. And I certainly wouldn't be traveling to Baylor University tomorrow to seek a second opinion. Instead, I would be frantically searching for a way to obtain health care while wondering if my life was going to end within the next year due to complications from my disease. I am 30 years old, and I deserve to live. But why should I receive this gift when so many others go without? Why is my health more important than the uninsured, the undocumented, the unemployed? We are all just human beings. And I am not better or more deserving than anyone else just because my family has access to health care. Health care is a right. Healthcare is not a privilege given to those deemed worthy by what is in their bank accounts. Obamacare made strides toward improving the quality and accessibility of care in this country. Its repeal will prove devastating to millions of Americans who rely on its many services. Trumpcare is a symptom of the greedy, capitalistic society in which we live. We must continue the fight for a single-payer healthcare system. one in which all people, regardless of class, gender, color, sexual orientation, age, country of birth, religion, or immigration status, have access to the quality of health care which they so deserve. Healthcare is not a privilege given to us by the ruling class. Healthcare is our human right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Beverly. All right, I'm very excited to introduce our next speaker. She is the first vice chair of the El Paso